Palestinians in general being eager to sacrifice their own children as human shields has been used and dismissed over and over. The first one to dismiss this argument was Richard Goldstone, the head of the first commission of inquiry over the first war in Gaza, and it has been disproven over and over. Where is the evidence?
But also the institutions, the judicial institutions that apply the law so that they don't apply it with double standards.
And we will continue to actively engage in the hard work of direct diplomacy on the ground until we reach a final solution.
The destruction of over 70% of Gaza, the killing of over 30,000 Palestinians, including 13,000 Palestinian babies and children, the injuring of around now 70,000 Palestinians, and the destruction of almost all of the civilian infrastructure in Gaza.
So what justifies that? Now, Israel talks about they've had a battle for a while. Yes, they have. But what justifies Israel to play God? To do what they've done? What justifies it? Let's keep listening for a second. So far, as far as I'm concerned, they want all their people back. Hardly no deaths. A little bit of torture. One little scene ahead of all what they've been through. They believe that's what justifies it, or everything added up. At least speak their truth, but they don't. Let's just continue for a minute.
International law prohibits this completely. We have to remind the world that there are,
right now,
at least in theory, rules.
Israel is showing that they can be just like them, but better. That's no good. What's that going to cause? What's going to happen for doing that? We're going to find out.
Israel must abide by.
History has already shown it. If they check it out. The type of actions and retaliation they're doing, what would happen? I guess they're gambling that it won't.
The IDF is doing anything they can in order to minimize the casualties when it targets the military targets. But again, we are in a war. In a war, civilians get hurt.
Civilians can get hurt. You can get an accident. Try your best not to.
You will never see
civilians can
the
get hurt.
IDF target shoot down a civilian. You will never see a group of children walking on the beach of Gaza and Israel target them specifically, or an old lady crossing the street and Israel shoots the old lady.
Oh, no. They don't do that. But if they're in their way, they'll just take them out. Isn't that what your enemy does, Israel? So you turn into your enemy. What happens when you do that? Huh? So yeah, we won't kill kids, but if we believe there's some guns there, we're not going to go in and have balls or anything. We don't want to lose a life, right? And we justify all these actions instead. We'll show how barbaric we can be. Huh? How much they're going to show into the future of all these kids that live through this and people that live through this. They're going to continue what they have. Huh? They're going to continue it, but even worse.
Israel does not target civilians.
عند الحجة واخويا وعنده حوالي 50 نازح او 70 نازح موجودين في البيت الثاني اللي يخش علينا لو طلعونا واخويا ما طلعوا.
Killing civilians hurts Hamas? They do. Huh? They're doing two birds in one stone in that area, aren't they? They're showing what they're really doing. They think you're all dumb. But if you look at it, you can see all the steps that they're doing to hopefully get away with it. And when it's all gone, then they hope it's in the past. But God knows.
Israel targets military targets. Israel targets terrorists. And when these terrorists surround themselves with civilians, with these little children, with this old lady, with these old people, this civilian.
We have no soul and we'll take them out anyway because we're on revenge of Hamas. Shocking, eh?
Might get hurt, but it's not on the fault of Israel. It's on the fault of the one who surrounds.
Then they pass the buck. What a shocker, eh? How easy is it to do that? Shocking.
Himself with
Let
his
me know if you
civilians, the one that
see the same
used
thing,
them
or
as
you see
humans.
the same way they said. See you later.